Howdy, YouTube. We are reacting today to Brett Cooper. She is back. She is no longer with the comment section. Her new show, we are 4 episodes in, I believe. We're going to watch both of these back to back. I don't know if it's going to be one video or not. I have been meaning to catch up. I did watch the first two. Yeah, I watched the first two. I was waiting to watch 3 and 4 online because I wanted to do some more slop content. It's good for filler for a stream, and hopefully it'll be good for the YouTube algorithm. If you like what you see, give me a like and subscribe. Absolutely give her a like and a subscribe. She is very smart. She's very charming, very endearing, and almost always right. I haven't always agreed with her, but I respectfully disagree with her, which is the most important part. And I know she would respectfully disagree with me if we came to a disagreement like that. So give me a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch for live reactions, twitch.tv/Empleh the Jolly. I'm trying to hit affiliate this year. I need 27 more follows, and every follow counts. If not, that's fine too. You do what's best for you. You follow who you want. You watch who you want. Not going to hurt my feelings, and I won't hold it against you. You should be happy. It's your life. It's your time to waste how you want. I waste my time watching Brett Cooper. All right, let's get into it, guys. Do we care about celebrities anymore?
Another episode of the Brett Cooper Show.
I'm so
excited to be here with you guys again. We have made
Dude, those headphones are like gold, but like antique looking. I love that look. That's a great vibe. I love that for her.
some adjustments since episode 1 and 2. We got these very cool vintage headphones.
I just noticed that. Yes. Way to point that out. I mean, it was pretty obvious. It's like her head is right in the center of the thing and it's pretty close up, but still.
Officially working, so I am back with the headphones. We are experimenting with desk today, which I don't really think you guys can see in the shop, but I got some comments. They're like, Brett, where's your desk? Which I also did want one. So we're trying some things out, so I'm just reminding you guys that there might be things that change, trying different lighting, the set might evolve, but I'm here. We're talking about...
She's only 3 episodes in. I mean, she's finding her stride. She's starting over new, but like a lot of people are supporting her, so she doesn't have to start over entirely fresh. Trust me, a lot of people are glad she's back. I'm glad she's back.
About important things that I enjoy talking about, and that is all that matters. And do not worry, guys, I am reading the comments. I know that we need a pop filter on this.
Is she reading the comment section?
Very beautiful mic. We have one. It was supposed to arrive by today, and because Amazon has really lost its mojo, it has been delayed. We actually ordered 3 of them, and none of them arrived. So maybe by next episode, you will have a pop...
Wow, you ordered 3 and none of them are here yet? That's insane.
Filter on here, but I'm going to be extra careful with my P's and my articulation. Do not worry. To get into it, the Grammys were this week. They were on...
Do I need a pop filter? I know I need a de-esser. My S's come off kind of... I don't really know how to work a de-esser though, but I'm gonna put that on the list of stuff I need to do.
On Sunday night, and I did not watch. I honestly didn't even know that they were happening until I logged onto social media and saw people posting pictures of the red carpet and all of the weird outfits that celebrities were wearing. I then just followed along on X and TikTok because that is where I get all of my breaking news. But I do feel like I noticed something interesting because the Grammys and all of these award shows, they have gained back significant viewership since the days of COVID when it all dropped and basically no one was watching. But it does feel like the sentiment has changed. Like now, we are watching purely for entertainment, not because...
Wait, is the mic supposed to be that close to your face? I don't know. I was told that you're supposed to hold out like your thumb and your finger and have that, like your thumb and your pinky, and have to be the entire hand away from your face whenever you're talking. And I don't... Now I'm worried. I don't know, man. Although I think you're supposed to also have it so that it's like going into the yellow whenever you talk, and in mine does not go into the yellow. It goes into yellow when I peak. I don't know if, like right there, it just went to the yellow. I don't know how that works. I am still new with the microphone, and I do not understand audio issues yet.
We revere these people. It's like, oh my God, the celebrities, want to see what the celebrities are doing. Like, I feel like when I am watching clips from the red carpet or seeing who won album of the year or whatnot, I feel like I'm somebody in the Hunger Games watching all the people at the Capitol put on a spectacle. Not that I'm actually...
It's just rich people patting other rich people on the back for the things they did to be rich. We paid to see those movies. We bought the music. We deserve the pat on the back, not you.
Watching a bunch of people that I respect be honored for their art. Like, it has totally been flipped, especially with the award shows for film and TV. Like, I don't even know anybody who takes the Oscars seriously anymore, which is definitely unfortunate. But it wasn't this way 5 to 10 years ago. Like, I remember growing up in Hollywood, and maybe this is me just being biased because I was a child actor and I had that whole part of my life, awards season was what I looked forward to every single year. Like, my friends and I would get together, we would have parties for every single award show, we would have listened to all the albums, we would have watched all the shows. I was in the Actors Union, so I voted on all these things. We cared. So
Oh, I was wondering why you would care about celebrities and award shows and stuff. She was in the Actors Union. That's why. It was part of her world. Part of her world.
Deeply. Like, I would wait all year long to catch a glimpse of these artists and these stars that I respected that had created such amazing art. And I don't feel that way at all anymore. Like, at this point,
Fair.
again, I don't
Valid.
even know the events are happening. I'm like, okay. And compared to 5 years ago, I literally don't know who any of these people are. I feel like there's all of these new stars and actors and musicians. I do not care.
That comes with caring less. The less you care, the less you pay attention to it, the more that just kind of like sneak in under your radar because you don't care anymore. So like new movies come out that you don't care about, and you're not going to see all the actors that are in it. Just like maybe a couple of the face characters that they put on like posters and stuff like that. You're not going to see like side characters, and there's going to be like the starting point for new actors.
In the slightest. I can't keep up with any of them, and I don't know if it's because the art has gotten worse, or maybe it's me. Maybe I got bored. Maybe I, aged out of it after I left Hollywood.
The first one and the third one, not the second one.
The world of fame and celebrity just changed in general, and that is what we're going to talk about today. Before we do, though, make sure that you like this video if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. And of course, you can ring that.
You heard her, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel. She's not talking about herself.
And guys, I want to say just a huge thank you for how insane our launch week was. You guys loved the merch, which is in the description
You
below.
are
You also
worth it. I
subscribed
didn't
to
buy merch. I
Confidential
never buy
Ads,
merch.
which
I
is
can't
amazing.
afford that.
If
I'm
you
out
guys
of a
don't
job
know,
right now.
Cooper Confidential is my subscriber-only platform where you will be able to get ad-free episodes of The Brett Cooper Show. We are also going to be doing a weekly Dear Brett advice video that is based on your questions and your comments and your concerns that you'll be submitting to me. And we're also going to be having a subscriber-only newsletter, which also I think will be launching this week, so I'll make sure to post all about that. So glad that you guys are excited. Thank you for all the support in the comments and the subscriptions. I think this is going to be a ton of fun. All right, so to jump back into what I was saying before that classic CTA, I actually think that things have been changing for a long time due to the media landscape. Because, like, 2015,
2020 was the point it pivoted hard. Like that's the day it went off the cliff. Okay? It started before that. You can't care about celebrities. They don't care about you. And people slowly got that. Sorry, I'm readjusting in my chair. They don't care about you. They will never care about you. They don't understand what you're going through, no matter how much they try to make you believe that. They care about your money and you giving them attention because they need it to survive. That's how they validate themselves. It's sad and pathetic, kind of like influencers like to validate themselves based on how many likes they have or how many followers they have. It's sad. It's necessary to some degree for the job, but once you start intertwining your value with how many people love you, that's a disaster waiting to happen, because eventually you're going to start giving up things that you believe in, like your morals, stuff that you thought you would never do, if you think it will get you more followers and make you better content, etc. And that's a slippery slope, because once you do that once, it's very easy to do it again and again and again until you're eventually somewhere you never thought you'd be and you really don't want to be.
20 years ago, the media was far more centralized. But now, thanks to social media, we have millions of different stars, we have influencers, we have creators that pop up, we have people that go viral for baking a cake in an interesting way. Like, people are just famous for random things. It is not just one set of celebrities. Like,
also, because we have the internet and we have phones that have cameras on them, we can see into the personal lives of the people we used to look up to and realize they aren't worth looking up to, because spotting a celebrity used to be a big deal. Now, everyone can take videos and pictures of that celebrity anytime they want to, and you can just see how they live, or they can get online at any point and tell you their political beliefs. And that didn't used to happen back in the day because it was a lot harder and it was special when a celebrity did something. Not anymore.
No longer have this world where the paparazzi and the gossip columns and the gossip TV shows are telling us exactly who we should care about. Like the days of Paris Hilton getting, absolutely mobbed whenever she leaves a hotel or goes on a trip, those are over. The days of Brad Pitt being swarmed when he was a young man, that just doesn't happen anymore. It's very, very rare. I think the only person that happens authentically to is somebody like Taylor Swift. But for the majority of celebrities, the people that you see at these award shows, half of the world
And she got
has
booed
no
at the
idea
Super
who they
Bowl.
are. They genuinely do not care, and that is a drastic change from 15 years ago. And I think a lot of that is due to cell phones and social media, which actually Cameron Diaz brought up in a
It's what I said. It's what I said.
recent interview. If you did not know, Cameron Diaz took 10 years off to be a mom and focus on her family. She is now breaking back into acting.
Why?
She seems very at peace, very happy with, her decision to come back, very excited about all of it, but she's been doing a press tour for this new
Oh, she's been gone 10 years. She doesn't know what the landscape is like now. Oh, I don't like Cameron Diaz, but that poor girl, she has no idea what's coming.
film. And she talked about how social media and how cell phones completely changed fame and her experience of fame. Just take a listen.
It was in Roppongi, and we the three of us walked out, and there was a whole wall of like fans who were waiting for us. They knew we were there, and they're all doing this. They're holding something over their heads like this, and we're like, "What is that? What are they doing?" And the woman who was our host there said, "They're filming you," and we're like, "On their what?" They're like, "They're taking pictures of you," and we're like, "On what?" And they're like, "Their phones." We literally the wind was knocked out of us, and we looked at each other. Drew and Lucy and I, we looked at each other and almost started crying. It was like that. Really, it just flooded us. We were like,
Why?
"Oh my God, it's going to be everywhere. We're not going to be able to do anything."
No.
If everybody has a camera on their phone and everybody has phones, it's over. It's over.
One of the coolest things about ZZZ is the
What-
environments and
what-
how real they feel. For example, if you go to Lumina
What's
Square,
over?
Over.
And obviously, what she's talking about made a huge impact on these celebrities and their ability to have any kind of privacy or know how to dodge paparazzi and be able to be in the press and then not be in the press. But it also completely changed how we interact with celebrity, how we think about celebrities. Because from there, we genuinely had access to everything, not just the curated moments that were brought to us, again, by People magazine or Us Weekly and the paparazzi and the gossip columns and the Perez Hiltons of the world. And from there, the entire thing just snowballed. We had so much unfiltered access that by the time we got to 2020 and COVID-19 and the world was turned upside down, we were sick of these people. And I mean, that's
Amen.
around the same time that I
Like I
started getting
said.
sick of traditional skincare.
Like I
and started
said.
using tallow. And obviously, my favorite place to buy tallow is with my friends over.
Okay, we're gonna
at
watch
Empleh.
this, but I'm probably gonna
Now, if
cut
you
this
guys
out of the
don't know
video.
what tallow is rendered beef fat. Yes, I do slather beef fat on my face morning and night because it seriously is.
Give me
the
a
best
big
skincare
steak,
I'm
I will
going to
slam
consume.
that into
Now,
my
I personally
face.
use tallow because
My
it is
cats will
packed
probably
with
try to lick it
naturally
off, though.
occurring nutrients, and it actually mimics my skin's
face will be
barrier
juicy.
thanks to the essential fatty acids that occur
Okay.
in tallow. This means that the tallow is keeping me moisturized while simultaneously actually helping to heal my
I don't
skin
know if
and
that
heal my
works.
acne while not clogging my pores like so many of the other thick artificial moisturizers do. And I know if you guys are not accustomed to tallow yet, if you've not been watching my show for the last couple of years and you're like, Brett, what the heck are you talking about? You think it's
What
so weird
show?
that I put beef
You
fat on my
just
face. Guys, this is what
started.
ancestors used on their faces for generations. And it is the perfect non-toxic swap to avoid the endocrine disrupting chemicals that are in so many other parts of our modern skincare. And truly, Empleh is the best place to buy tallow. Empleh is a small
I'm not
family-owned
buying
business. They
tallow.
make their products right here in the
I'll buy
USA,
pork
and they
chops,
only use the
slam them
highest
into my
quality
face, and then
ingredients,
cook them.
grass-fed,
It'll be
grass-finished
fine.
tallow, organic essential oils. It is nothing but the best for our skin.
I
They
might have
genuinely
chili
care
or
about
some
your
baked
skin and the
potatoes for dinner.
quality of every ingredient that they use because the skin is our largest organ. So what you put on your body matters. So if you are ready to finally try out some tallow or if you need a restock, go to amallo.com/Cooper and
I don't
use
remember
code
her
Cooper15
ever
to get 15%
promoting
off your order.
tallow.
Again, that is amallo.com/Cooper.
Amallo
Code
tallow.
Cooper15 for 15% off your order. I promise you, you will love this skincare. It is so clean. They are so transparent about every single thing that they use. You will love it. Now, even though
Transparency is
transparency
good,
objectively a
very
good thing, whether or not we are
important.
talking about tallow skincare or not, I think the transparency actually killed celebrities as we used to know it, because there used to be this veil that separated us from the celebrities. You know, we knew that they lived these lavish lives, but we put them on a pedestal, and we never really compared ourselves to them. Like, maybe they
That's
would
not
do,
true.
some faux relatability, but we never really saw it, and we could just admire them and their beautiful dresses and their clothes and the vacations they would go on and the movies that they would make, and we were always
No, I think a
just
lot of people
distant.
compared
They
themselves to
stayed in
them.
their lane.
A lot
We
of people
stayed in
broke
ours,
into acting
and
because they had a favorite
COVID-19
actor.
completely turned that upside down. And I don't know what
People
it was.
wore
Maybe they
clothes
genuinely
because
were
they
trying to
thought
connect
that's what
with
they
people
celebrities were
or
wearing.
do something meaningful. I don't know. They're all actors. They were probably just trying to make a moment for themselves. But they started to get a little too transparent, and it did not work in their favor. Do you guys remember specifically the Gal Gadot Imagine cover? Like, if you go back to that day in March of 2020, I think you can pinpoint that as the
Yeah, that I dude, I don't know how celebrity culture would have been if that hadn't happened. But that happening during COVID, it was happening because of COVID, and it was not good. That was the tipping point. She's not lying. She's not embellishing. She's not exaggerating at all. That is what kicked it off, because after that, more celebrities tried to identify with the poor people that they could not identify with at all. Did you see the Madonna in the milk bath? Did you see Josh Gad crying on the thing because he's like, "Oh, I was gonna have a cry, but I thought I should film myself so that we can all cry together." No, dude, our lives are not the same. I like you, Josh Gad. Keep your mouth shut, though. Olaf does not need to be chiming in. Sorry. And then what was the other? Another one was the girl from High School Musical. I forget her name. Not Ashley Tisdale. Ashley Tisdale, you're a queen. I love you. Mwah. The other one was it? Start Jennifer Hudson, I think it was. She put out that video saying, I know we're all sad that our loved ones are dying, but it's not that bad. We're all gonna die eventually." That wasn't good. That was not good. Rightfully flamed for it, too.
day that celebrity died. So Gal Gadot, you really ruined it for the rest of the celebrities. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just take a listen. And I'm sorry for your ears.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
I hate these people.
That's Kristen Wiig. No one listened to anything she says. I don't know who those two guys were. That's Cyclops.
Okay, so
He's got a good voice,
the point
though.
of this
Good for him.
video was to show that we are all
Thanks,
together, that we are
sedentary
all
fugitive.
connected, that all the
Give me a
celebrities
follow,
from
please.
Gal
I'm trying to hit
Gadot
affiliate this
to
year.
Sarah Silverman were thinking of us, that we were all in this fight together, and if we just all sang and held hands in unity and sang Kumbaya,
I feel like if we
imagine
held hands,
we
that
were
would have made
all
COVID
just
worse.
fine. But it really did
Well,
not
that's just
work
me,
out
though.
like
I'm
that at
just-
all. In fact,
I'm
people
just
looked at
so
that and went,
mad.
actually, you have no idea what me as a normal non-rich person is going through with this lockdown and with this pandemic. So no, I don't want your faux authenticity and sympathy, because we are living
Preach!
in completely different worlds. You are filming a selfie video of yourself lamenting and singing Imagine in your mansion, while I am out of work or working overtime.
All the cats are
because
up
of the
and
pandemic.
ready to
But
eat.
if you go back and you look at all the comments
Apparently.
from when this video was posted back in 2020, I mean, it is just brutal. Like, the veil had been pulled back. People were like, oh my God, why have we been idolizing you? You are nothing like me. And the best part, in my opinion, was that the media also didn't hold back anymore. Like, they were not running cover for celebrities this time. One headline reads, "A video of celebrities singing Imagine so bad it can bring us all together in hatred." Isn't that always nice? I
Hey,
do love
they
when
brought
that
us
happens
together,
on the
though.
internet.
Good for
Another
us.
one
Good
says,
for
"Gal Gadot
society."
singing Imagine with a bunch of celebs isn't helping my coronavirus anxiety." Yeah, no, I think it only made it worse, because I had nightmares about it. New York Times even covered it. This Imagine cover is no heaven. And so the general consensus from this cover and everything that followed, all the
And then they
celebrities trying
realized
to
they
reach
can
out
get a
and
lot more
find unity
views
common
and
ground with the normal
reads
people
on
that were
their
struggling. The general
pages
consensus was,
if
what
they
do
flame
these
celebrities.
people know about our normal lives. They are so
Hate. Let the hate
the
flow
people who
flow
are
through
out of
you.
work because of COVID, the people whose small businesses are being absolutely demolished because of the lockdowns, the people who are frontline workers, the people who had to show up to work regardless in huge masks and gloves and deal with anxiety-ridden people on a daily basis who are just trying to buy toilet paper. Like, you do not get us at all. You are sitting in your luxurious mansion with your huge bathtub. You're sitting on your balcony singing Imagine, lamenting that you can't go film another Marvel movie and make millions of dollars. We don't care. You don't get us. And I know that Gal Gadot gets a lot of hate for this video, and she's come out now and said, yeah, that was really miscalculated. She's tried to walk it back.
Well,
but it
at least
wasn't
she
just
came
her.
out and
I mean,
acknowledged it.
Chrissy
Good for her.
Teigen, for example. Oh my gosh, she accidentally ordered a $13,000 bottle of wine to her home during the lockdowns, and she posted this on social media thinking that everybody would
Why?
find it so funny and so relatable. Like,
Why
oh my
would you
God,
do
we're all
that?
just like drinking in our houses and doing things that we don't, we're trying to order all these things we can't go out to eat. No. She posted that and people went, I'm sorry, that's your biggest problem? That you accidentally ordered a $13,000 bottle of wine and it didn't bankrupt you because you are so rich? I mean, Madonna was posting videos of herself floating in her bathtub. She was doing these like big milk baths where you put milk in the bathtub and she had like flowers floating around her and she was like, oh, look at all these things, like I need COVID to end. Super, super weird. Everybody was like, I'm sorry, we are trying to work and stay afloat.
Yeah.
Not float in your bathtub. That's just ridiculous. Oh my God, the one that I rediscovered today, which is the actress Priyanka, who is married to Nick Jonas. She made a video of herself standing on the balcony of their mansion overlooking, I don't know, somewhere in California, something beautiful, slow clapping for first responders. Just watch.
Hey there, you're listening to State of Survival Radio.
Okay, this is not. I don't think this is California, guys.
Please come.
I'm so touched.
I have no idea who that lady is. Apparently, she is married to a
And
Jonas.
it doesn't end. It
She-
goes on
she-
for like
she
30
landed the Joe
seconds.
Bro.
It's just, oh, thank you. Theater kids. Like, well, okay, I can say that because I am a theater
Kind of
kid.
felt like she was applauding
What did
herself.
you think this would do? People watch this video and they're like, I don't need your applause at all. This is only making the situation worse because you're trying to empathize with me again from the balcony of your huge Malibu mansion, wherever you are. But again, guys, we're not finished. They just kept going. They kept giving me more content to talk about. For example, the film producer David Geffen posted this. Early
I don't know who that is.
2020. Sunset last night. Isolated in the Grenadines, avoiding the virus. I'm hoping everyone is staying safe. That's his yacht. He posted
Wow.
a glamour photo of his yacht in March of 2020. Oh, stay safe, everyone. I'm avoiding the virus on my large yacht in the Caribbean. Again, these celebrities post
Solid
these types of things and then
zombie
wonder
survival
why
plan,
we stopped
though.
caring about them and
Mad
taking their
props.
opinions with a grain
Big
of
credit.
salt. Also, J-Lo living in A-Rod's mansion in Miami or LA, wherever they were, making videos complaining about how they couldn't go out to dinner when they most likely have private chefs and are living in an estate. Like, I'm sorry if people were not sympathizing for you when people in LA were having to quarantine in their 500 square foot apartments with roommates. So I'm sorry if normal people in the world saw these posts and decided not to care about your struggles because they weren't real at all. And what made it even worse in 2020 was that, 2 months later, they picked up the BLM fight, advocating for the destruction in the streets, hurting
Oh,
even more
my
small
God.
businesses, and screaming for the defunding of the police while they sit pretty in their little gated homes and gated communities with their private security. Genuinely being completely out of touch. So the point I'm trying to make here by giving you all these examples is that 2020 truly killed the traditional celebrity as we knew it once and for all. Because
And that
they
needed
could
to
no
happen.
longer
That needed to
even
happen
try to
real
pretend
bad.
that they were relatable. I loved this article from Vice. I've had it saved for a while because I've always wanted to use this. But they said the reign of the relatable celebrity is over. And that is from May of 2020. Like, they already knew. We were not even halfway in to 2020. And they were like, yeah, you're done. Sorry. But this is the best quote from this article. I don't even know who this author is, but hit the nail on the head. They wrote, in the past, celebrities were strange, faraway creatures with unclear beliefs, intimidating speaking voices, and charisma that entered the room like a bottle of smashed perfume. Now, we know too much. The undercurrent of every late-night talk show appearance, cover story, and social media post and award acceptance speech is relatability, a PR spin on authenticity invented after the global financial crisis to bridge the obvious and ever-widening gulf between the celebs and the plebs by convincing us that we're the same, actually. We've heard their daily routines, we've seen their toilets in the background of their bathroom selfies, and we've watched them do burpees on Instagram Live. The spell is broken. I mean, at this point,
Yeah,
guys,
we know
knew
too
much
much.
about about them. It was like I was reading their freaking diagnostic labs from Merrick Health. Merrick Health is the premier health optimization platform, empowering
second
you to
ad?
maximize your health thanks to personalized expert advice that you will have in my code Cooper at checkout for Divide reminds me of our former
I'm
Health
sorry,
Secretary,
Brett.
Biden,
I will sit
who
through one. I'm
basically
not
was
sitting
the
through two.
antithesis of health, and every American, basically every American, looked at this person and went, I don't think you know anything about health. I don't think I want you telling me what to do. That is basically what happened here with celebrities and normal people who realized, oh my gosh, you know nothing about my life. And so, of course, it is no surprise that
I don't
just
know why
4
you
years
would have
later,
not
all of these
realized that to
celebrities
begin with.
did nothing to help their side win the election. Like, I actually think Kamala having all of these people like Beyonce parade out on stage and have Usher like dancing and telling jokes.
That was a huge misstep, and I hope she fired that person from her campaign. That was stupid. You cannot parade around celebrities to say, hey, vote for Kamala. You don't have our best interest at heart. You have your paycheck at heart. And also, I'm slightly concerned that that all happened after the Diddy list got found out. What do you suppose the odds that those things are connected, that the Diddy list got leaked, but like not fully leaked because we don't know who was on it? But suddenly some celebrities who didn't feel like they wanted to be there showed up. Like, why was Eminem there? Do you think that was a little suspicious? Have you ever seen Eminem shill for a politician before? Does that seem up his alley? No, it does not seem up his alley to me. It feels like maybe he was on a list and he didn't want people finding out he was on that list. I'm sure he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, why would he? He's got ladies falling all over him. But maybe he just didn't want people to know he was on a list, along with those other celebrities. I'm sure they also got paid. I mean, you can't just expect them to show up for free. Well, I don't know if blackmail's free, but I would guess that they were said, hey, we have this list. You're on it. I'm going to give you some money. Maybe you show up and we make this list disappear.
Actually think that all of those endorsements probably harmed her rather than helped her, because we know now that these people are completely out of touch. Any illusion of relatability and understanding of the real issues was shattered back in 2020. And
yeah, but I believe Eminem actually knows what he's talking about when he's talking about people being poor, and that's probably why he keeps his mouth shut. Because he's used to people who were famous or rich telling him what to do, and he's like, no one wants to hear that out of me.
Billionaire Taylor Swift to tell me who to vote for. And on that point, Bethany Frankel, who I just adore, she is an OG Real Housewife. She is blown up on TikTok in a crazy way. She is actually an interesting case study of somebody who used to be a more mainstream celebrity, kind of went, did her own thing, created this skinny margarita, created a bunch of products, and then came back as an influencer and probably now has more influence and fame than she ever did before, now in this new media landscape. But anyway, she is really smart, has great common sense. She posted this video right after the election.
Common sense is rare. I will believe people with common sense.
All of these huge celebrity endorsements, all of their followers, and the fact that it did nothing. Just watch.
Hot take, celebrities no longer have influence. Let me prove it. So there are like 300 million people in this country. There are 150 million voters, give or take. And the combined social media followings of the people that endorsed Kamala, meaning Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Selena, Chelsea, Amy, everybody, like powerful people, Obama, Hillary, the combined social media, Jennifer Lopez, etc., the combined number is over 2 billion followers.
It's crazy
so
to
over
think about.
2 billion followers.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
yes,
overlap,
course,
though.
It's what votes matter and what really did it, but over 2 billion followers did not move the needle for 150 million voters.
Well, I feel like it moved the needle, but it kind of moved the needle in the other direction. I don't know who that is or who you are by.
That is insane when you break it down like that. Over 2 billion followers combined. That massive amount of influence. She captured, to Kamala's credit, she captured all of it, whether it was authentic or paid for, she did capture it. And it did not impact these 150 million American voters in the way that she expected, in the way that
I still believe it impacted them in the other direction.
It's just shocking. Tim Dillon, who's an amazing comedian, said a very similar thing later that week, right after the election.
Taylor Swift is the biggest celebrity endorsement any politician can get. It didn't work. No one cared. Didn't matter.
Funny.
No one gave a no one gave a shit about Oprah. Nobody cared about George Clooney. Nobody cared about any of these people. Nobody cared about any of these people because people are sick of it. People are...
Yeah, but a lot of Taylor Swift's fan base can't vote. That's kind of big deal. If your fan base is mostly like children, you're not going to move the needle. I mean, if you want to vote on like the Kids' Choice Awards or Nickelodeon, is it Nickelodeon the Kids' Choice Awards? I don't know. I never watched it. But if you want to vote on something like that, or maybe American Idol, where maybe kids can vote, go for it.
They're sick of it. They know George Clooney doesn't get them. How stupid would you have to be to think that George Clooney had your best interest at heart when you're waiting to get discounted food from the church? Is that comforting when you're on a line to get discounted food from the church? Who Taylor Swift, a trillionaire, thinks you should vote for? Do you think, and all these people are like, well, the women are going to come out because of abortion. Apparently not. Apparently, a more salient issue is food.
Crazy when you think
True.
about it. And obviously,
Food
there
is
are
the
many
most
months
important
past
thing.
The election, you've probably seen these videos
Food
before,
was the
but I just
deciding
wanted to
factor in World War
reiterate
II
how
whether people were going to be
quickly
Nazis or
this
not.
changed over the past
You think
4
it's because they
years
hated
and the
Jews? It's not because they
absolute
hated Jews.
magnitude of it. And it's not just
It's
other
because they were running
celebrities and
low on
people with
food, and Hitler
influence,
said,
albeit
"Follow
celebrities
me,
seem to
and
have
I'll
a little bit
feed
more
you."
self-awareness and
And
common sense,
when someone's
journos
hungry,
calling
you'd be
it out.
surprised
Peter
what they'll
Thiel
do.
even said this on Barry Weiss's podcast a few months ago.
I would say it tells us that celebrity isn't what it used to be. And celebrity used to have a certain mystique, and it has been somewhat deconstructed. And we think of a lot of the Hollywood celebrities, a lot of the, music celebrities as just these, left-wing ditto heads.
Ditto head? What's a ditto head?
They may be smart people. They're not allowed to articulate smart things. They're not allowed to be individuals.
I'm going to try and call somebody a ditto head and see how that works out.
One of the...
I'm not judging. I'm just really curious.
I don't think there is room for individual thought left on the left. And it's certainly not in Hollywood. And I think, Hollywood in the 1990s, it was liberal, but, behind closed doors, you could say very transgressive things. And you realize it was this liberal show you were putting on, and then there are parts of it you believed and parts of it that you could question. I don't think people are able to have conversations, even in small groups at dinners, behind closed doors.
I mean, guys, if you think back to episode 1 of this show, Whitney Cummings, this was the reason why she left the left, because she realized she couldn't question anything. She couldn't even question her own political party and its choice to install Kamala Harris as a candidate. Like, that is not what
they decided the voters didn't matter there, so the voters decided she didn't matter in the presidential election.
It does this where I can't even question anything, and that is so pervasive. And I think that this Peter Thiel clip is especially interesting because it's not just looking at the response to the celebrities, but also breaking down how they got here and how they lost their influence, besides posting weird videos during COVID. Because sure, the lack of relatability, the lack of understanding, the lack of true authenticity has obviously played a huge role in all of this, but it is also the groupthink. It is also the jumping on the bandwagon of political and social justice issues because it's a good PR move and because everybody else is doing it and I've got to do it too. People sniff that crap out now. We don't actually believe that any of it is
people are a lot
authentic,
better at
but
that
you're
now.
all doing it. You're
Now
all
that
saying
the truth
same
is a lot
exact thing. You
easier to
have no
find.
real convictions. You have no bravery to even step outside of your bubble, which, to be fair, you can't really, because they will cancel you into oblivion. So again, no wonder we don't care what they think. It's all mush and political correctness. I mean, I don't even know if these celebrities know what they believe. So why would we trust them? So in my mind, now the question is, where have we landed now? Post-election, we are 5 years out from COVID. Trump is in office. It does feel like the culture is changing. I mean, going back to the Grammys that just happened on Sunday, it was actually quite politically subdued. In terms of how
good for them.
award shows have gone over the past couple of years.
The only thing I've heard about it is Beyonce won an award for something.
Maybe they finally
and
got
people
the
are upset
message
about it.
and have decided to stay in their lanes. That we want to hear about their music and not be lectured about politics. I mean, maybe they saw the global response to Selena Gomez's now viral video of her crying
That
over the
didn't go well.
deportation of rapists and sex traffickers and murderers who have entered this country illegally and realized, yeah, maybe we should let this go. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe these people do not want to see.
She cares so much. She has 5 mansions and hasn't offered a single illegal immigrant safety. She has her own company and hasn't offered anyone a visa to work for her. She cares so much about her Hispanic culture that she can't even speak Spanish. Shame.
Our faux empathy and getting involved in these issues that really we know nothing about. And by the way, Selena, because I'm not doing an entire episode dedicated to your crying, in your video, you said that these were your people. I don't think I would want these individuals to be my people. That is idiotic. Also, it doesn't even make sense because those are not your people. You are half Italian. You have a Mexican father who walked out on you and your mother. You were raised in the States by a white Italian mother. These are not your people.
I didn't know that.
Battle. That is why you got reamed. And people really don't want to hear your, frankly, uneducated and emotionally fueled response to an issue that impacts all of us a lot more than it impacts you, most likely. Now, to get back on track with the point that I'm trying to make, because I did do a little bit of a Selena Gomez aside, on the topic of celebrity, it is such a nuanced subject because obviously
I learned a
we still
thing
do
today
have
about
a
Selena
fascination
Gomez.
with celebrities. I mean, I just did an entire 45-minute episode about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. We are all sitting on the edge of our seats wanting to know what happens with this case. I mean, I have been watching X and TikTok and Instagram like a hawk over the last 6 weeks to see if Justin Bieber is going to say anything about
Well,
Diddy
there was a
after he unfollowed
14-hour
us, or if he's gonna
period where she
comment
did
on
not
Scooter
watch
Braun or Usher, if anything
TikTok.
is going to happen with that. And my interest in both of those stories is less because I care about celebrity and these individuals, and more because I care about the story and what is unfolding. And what's unfolding there is people righting wrongs and seeking justice and exposing the truth, which, if you think about it, the components of these stories, why I'm interested in it, they are actually very human and very relatable experiences. I mean, you know, bar the fact that we will probably never experience anything like this on a global scale. Hopefully not. I hope we're not
Hopefully,
experiencing
fingers
anything like
crossed.
a Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni story or a Justin Bieber story. But maybe that's why we care. Because we've all gone through something where we've had to seek justice or stand up for ourselves or expose the truth. Like, that is why we care. Another great and very recent example of this is the resurgence in fame of Spencer and Heidi Pratt from the OC. These are, you know, old stars of the
Who?
OC. They were hugely famous, you know, 15 to 20 years ago on that reality TV show, but they had kind of become irrelevant over the last
I
decade.
don't
But
watch
they lost their
reality
homes in the Palisades
TV.
fire a couple of weeks ago, and they have actually shown true humility and true relatability and struggle and gratitude and resilience as they have coped through this, and they've shared it all on their social media, and that has spoken to people because they've actually been real. They have leveled with people. They've said, yeah, we actually lost a lot of our money. All of our money was in this home. It was in the art that we had collected. In this house, we poured everything into Heidi's album, which flopped. We
Okay,
really
don't
didn't
put
have
your
any
money in
Like, I'm
art.
pulling back the curtain. It
Just
wasn't as glamorous
word
as
of
it
advice.
seems, and now we're having to start from zero. People saw that, and they saw themselves in these once hugely popular figures. And now Spencer and Heidi are more famous than ever. And it's not that we want people to struggle and hurt for us to care, but we want to see something real. We're tired of the PR spins and the faux relatability and the slow claps on the balcony and the weird singing cover. That's not real. But people going through something hard and being honest about that speaks to people, which is probably why the world of influencers has started to outpace traditional celebrity. I mean, if you want to market or sell something in the year 2025, you don't really go to the Kim Kardashians of the world anymore. Number one, they're super expensive, but they really don't sell things anymore. Instead, you go to the influencers who have spent years building.
Don't get me
trust
wrong, the
and camaraderie
Kardashians
and
are
a
good at
relationship
branding.
with their audience, an audience
Well, they
that
don't sell anything
wants
useful.
to follow whatever they do and build whatever they're building and buy whatever they're selling because there is that personal relationship. I mean, there is a 2024 marketing report that touches on this. It is the Trust and Influencer Marketing Report, and the study shows that 77% of respondents prefer influencer-created content over traditional advertising, while 85% trust influencer-sponsored posts more than celebrity endorsements. And these are both famous individuals. These are both people with influence. But again, one is built on a community and trust, and the other is built on an idea that they are better than us, and they are unattainable, that they're far away from us.
Okay, but a lot of influencers also feel that way. And they spend a lot of money pretending like they have a lot more money than they actually have to make us feel that way. So we look up to them and we'll buy stuff from them and blah, blah, blah.
And they've tried this faux relatability, but it doesn't work. And we've just completely rejected it. We've rejected it in terms of what we follow and the content that we engage with, and we've also rejected it in terms of financially supporting them. I mean, as another example, think about podcasters like Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn, who obviously are incredibly famous, probably more famous than a lot of these traditional celebrities, but they come into our ears and our homes on a weekly basis as themselves, with honesty and curiosity and a respect for their audience. I mean, they've spent years nurturing that, so we trust them. They feel like friends in a way, rather than these unattainable figures posturing as relatable pals who get what we're going through. It's completely different. Like, that is why we trusted them more when it came to political endorsements, because it felt like they had actually done the work to, that's such a leftist term, I'm so sorry, but it really felt like they had done the work to understand the issues that were impacting
Glad
us.
she caught
It
herself.
wasn't just like a, hey, I got a big fat check to endorse Kamala because that's the cool thing to do, and I want everybody to have
I still maintain there was probably some blackmail going on.
equality, even though I don't really know what that means, and I love feminism and girl, like that lacks substance. That lacks a genuine understanding of the issues that are impacting a normal American on a daily basis. Like, I genuinely believe that is one of the most significant reasons why Trump won the election, because of this divide between celebrity endorsements and, independent creators and influencers, which is really now the most important endorsement that you can get. So where now do we go from here? We have broken down how this all fell apart, where we're at right now. Where do we go?
Burn it to the ground.
Obviously, the world of influencers and podcasters, it is
I
only going to continue
mean,
to grow.
forgiveness
it is a
and
huge
love.
bubble at this point. I'm sure that it is going to burst. We kind of saw it almost bursting with TikTok being banned. I mean, it was hysterical. All of these creators.
That actually was
like,
that
oh
was
my God, this is
funny.
awful. I'm not going to be able to reach you. And while that was kind of like funny to watch, I also got it, again, because it was built on trust and relationships. They weren't just sad because they couldn't make their silly little videos. I mean, they were sad because, financially, something was going away. But more importantly, they were losing a platform that allowed them to connect with this community and build this community.
Yeah, but they're only
on a daily
connecting with
basis.
people like
So,
them, and
it
then
might
actually
pop, might continue to
growing as
grow.
people.
Who knows? Maybe there will be a new form of fame and influence that grows from that bubble bursting. But as for traditional celebrities, I think what's next for them is actually going back to what worked before, to staying in their lane and focusing on their art and realizing that people
It's
like
not
them
that hard.
for their art and the
Keep
things
your
that they
mouth shut.
create, not necessarily because they're super.
This is very, very important lesson to learn in life, not just for celebrities, for everyone. It's important to know when to keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut and listen. Keep your mouth shut and learn to obey orders. Sometimes you really need to learn to do that when someone knows more than you at something and they're trying to help you or give you advice, or if you're playing a video game and they're leading like a raid or a dungeon or something, and they clearly know what they're doing, or they've been nominated the leader of the group. Keep your mouth shut and listen. If you are at work and someone is trying, and your boss is trying to tell you what to do, and you're not sure if it's going to work, unless you know for sure it's not going to work, keep your mouth shut. Do the job. If it doesn't work out, that's on them. It's called malicious compliance. It's a very, very important skill. One of the most important things you can learn. Know when to keep your mouth shut. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, which means keeping your mouth shut and letting the other person dig their own grave. The best way to win an argument or a fight or something against someone who is sabotaging themselves, keep your mouth shut. Let them shoot themselves in the foot. You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. Not always. Sometimes it's best to speak up. Sometimes it's best that you put yourself in there and you put something right. But you need to learn when not to do that. And you will be much happier in life.
Relatable or really great on foreign policy and telling us about social justice issues. Like, I think they have become aware on that. Maybe it's the old Hollywood model where we really don't know a lot about these celebrities. We just know their projects and the things that they create, and that's fine. Like, I actually think that Zendaya has done a great job at this.
She has. I don't know
engaged
anyone who
Tom
doesn't
Holland,
like her.
but she didn't post about that on her social media. She just walked a red carpet with a ring on her finger. Didn't include people in it. Like, we don't really know what her personal
Look
life
at
is like.
Tom.
She's not posting about
He
her
looks like a
beliefs or her
kid trying to
political
be his
things.
dad.
She does her movies. She goes home. I think
I
that
love
she
Tom Holland though.
bought a huge house that her parents live in now. Like, they all live there together. She very, very much cares about family and privacy. We know that, but we don't know the details. And she works like crazy. She is wildly famous. She is wildly wealthy at this point. She's so unproblematic in the best way. And honestly, if we're thinking about young Hollywood and young celebrities, you could say the same for Timothée Chalamet. He also works like crazy, but we don't really know much about his life or relationships other than when he goes on a press tour, or we see his personality, which is really fun. That comes out in bits and pieces. Like, he was randomly on College Game Day when he was promoting his new Bob Dylan movie. He went on Theo Von, and you get to see bits and pieces of his personality, but that is all through media, through organized podcasts. He's not just posting this online. We know nothing about his 2-year now relationship with Kylie Jenner. We didn't really know anything about his relationship with Lily Rosette. Like, he keeps all of that private. And it's so interesting to see
Yeah, I
the
don't
young
even know who that
celebrities
is.
doing
That's how private
when
they're being.
the, 30, 40-year-old celebrities were desperately trying to jump on the influencer train. So maybe they are learning from what did not work with millennials. They're like, okay, no, you cannot be influencers. Nobody wants to hear from you about politics or anything else, or about your bathtubs or anything that you're doing. So we're just going to actually stay in our
I don't
lane.
want to
And
hear
so
about
my
anybody's
prediction
bathtub.
and my genuine hope to the
Unless
Hollywood
it's a pretty
gods
lady
is
inviting
that,
me into
unlike
hers.
Gal Gadot and all of the lockdown Imagine cover celebrities, this next generation of celebrities, of the Hollywood stars, the musicians, they're not going to try to fake their relatability. And I guarantee we will
They
love
will.
them more
A
for it.
lot
I
of them will.
guarantee they will be far more successful by doing this.
Great video, B Coops. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Go ahead and give her a like and sub. Give me a like and sub if you enjoyed my commentary on her commentary. Commentary-ception. Check me out live. I'm trying to hit affiliate this year, and every follow counts. If you don't like me, no hard feelings. I love you anyway. Take care of yourselves, and most importantly, take care of somebody else.